we're gonna watch this documentary that I'm in, and some of the members from my community are in from the Connecticut camp. Yay! Start the show. Get your popcorn. Holy crap! Okay, here we go.
Lolita, I think, is a way to express oneself.
I really like it because it lets me really personify how cute I really feel.
I identify with Lolita fashion, the parts of it that are kind of like looking your best, or you know, just little things like refined manners and kind of carrying yourself well. I just realized what song that I think that was Anohana, but like a little acoustic version. Can I just say, like, even if you think this documentary is like boring or something, the camera work is so good. Like, they knew what to like highlight and focus, and they just did good showing it. Like, even if you watch this like no sound, you don't care about what they're saying, like, it's just pretty. So let's keep going. A bit that are kind of like looking your best, or you know, just little things like refined manners and kind of carrying yourself well, or not carrying yourself well. Everyone's so cute. Akiba. This is like, I don't want to say, this is not my main hangout, but this is like one of the main places I go for Lolita meetups. It's such a fun one. Look at this food. Look at this food spread. My comm just brings food and we all sit and eat it and play games, and it's so fun. Yeah, just watch. Beautiful. My definition of Lolita fashion, it's a fashion that came from Japan, but it's inspired by kind of Victorian or maybe French Rococo fashion. They pulled a bunch of elements of that and kind of made it their own thing, and then other cultures also liked what they did with it, and that's where we are today. Good summary. I originally just really liked Japanese culture and learning about that, and then I also kind of heard about the fashion, saw it. I just was drawn to the aesthetics of it. It's just so beautiful, and it was just something I wanted to try wearing. That skirt, that black and gold skirt, is from the brand Baroque. That skirt specifically was back in the LiveJournal days. This brand was like actually posting on LiveJournal to sell some of their stuff. The headpiece, the black and gold one, I made myself a long time ago. The corset is from, or like little vest corset thing, is from Miss Point, I believe. It's like so soft and velvety. It's super comfortable to wear. Just have a hand at, like, see if I could do it kind of a thing. This one, the hat was handmade. I got it on a site called Lace Market. I don't think the artist has a shop. I'm not sure if they do. They do. I just fucking forgot completely, but they do have a shop. I'll tell you what it is. Post-production. It's from Shinobu on Lace Market, and they do have a website. Anyway, let's continue. We might just sell like individual pieces. This is from Automatic Honey. It's a brand I really like. This is actually made by someone in the Boston community, the necklace, and they sell a lot of jewelry kind of similar to this. So the JSK is Angelic Pretty, and this is another just little Taobao accessory. I think it's Red Maria, if I'm remembering correctly. A lot of my stuff we're at today is a craft meetup, and the theme is unicorns. So we have the last unicorn movie playing in the background. We have lots of treats and snacks out that are also kind of unicorn themed, tea party themed. And we have this event maybe every couple months or so, and we don't always pick a theme, but it's always fun. It's always fun. Always chill. It's almost always like crafting, because the owner has a big huge tub of flowers and she has hot glue, and it's like one of the easiest things to just kind of make, you know, idly when you're hanging owner of this shop is actually the person who wrote the F Yeah Lolita blog. Just saying.
The thing that really inspired me to get into this culture is basically like Japanese culture and fashions, and kind of like the anime and manga aesthetics. I started watching Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura when I was very little, since they came over.
I just want to say these girls are so sweet. They're very petite. I think she might talk about it a little bit, but they're very petite, so they fit so much Japanese brand and like Asian and small child shoe sizes, and it's like so jelly. But they look so good, and it's just so cool. I can't imagine having a sibling who's like into the fashion as well, and you guys just get to like swap and change and cord clothing together and build your freaking collection together. Like, that is awesome. Also, I have that Magic Princess in lavender. It's dope. It's kind of weird that it fits me and this person, because this person is like so much more petite than I am, but looks good on different body types, I guess.
Were dubbed and were played on television. So I got into that magical girl aesthetic, started drawing it all the time, and I really loved the outfits in those series.
There are a lot of different types of Lolita, such as Sweet Lolita or Gothic Lolita, and depending on how you feel or what you like in terms of your favorite colors or your favorite styles, or how frilly you want to be wearing your clothes, Lolita fashion is a really great way to kind of exude that into the world.
I've modeled for certain Lolita brands, such as Metamorphose Tom's de Fil, Enchantlic Enchantilly, and Angelic Pretty most recently. It's been a very fun experience.
I think I was at this RuffleCon when she modeled, and I don't think I knew her then. So, ships in the night. But yeah, it's so awesome that she gets to like model so often. So cool.
And being the
really
petite
cool here.
stature that most Japanese people are,
The lighting is awesome.
I can model for them very easily, and they don't have to do any
I'm like, am I in the crowd?
fittings or anything for
I thought I
this
saw someone
clothing.
recognized.
For instance, the dress that I'm wearing right now is the dress that I modeled for Angelic Pretty at an event over the summer at Paradiso Con in Kansas City, Missouri. And I modeled this in white, so I thought it was really comfortable, and I loved wearing it during that show. That I purchased it for myself, and this is what it looks like in Saks Blue.
The dress that I'm wearing is very reminiscent of princesses and castles, and there is a castle in the movie. And it's also very blue too, so I think it fits the nice unicorn and sea theme that's going on, as well as the fantastical castles and medieval aspects of the movie.
The way that you would start off a Lolita outfit is by putting on bloomers, socks, and a blouse. That's how I really like to do it, since you get everything underneath out of the way all at once. Then you want to put on your main piece, like a jumper skirt, which you'll use the blouse for, or a one piece, which you wouldn't need a blouse for, and then any other accessories, wigs,
That's my ring
and
right
a
there.
petticoat last. Since you have to pull it up under everything.
I think it's cool we got someone to like trace it or something.
And Sarah is wearing a one piece at the moment, which means she doesn't need any of the like blouses underneath, but I am wearing a jumper skirt, which requires something to go underneath.
When I go out in public with this fashion, people are entranced. They don't know what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, what the
they don't know what
the
I'm
event
doing
is
either.
that I might
Oh
be
my
going
God.
to, or maybe personifying.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
And
with the long
it's a
hair
very
in the
powerful kind of experience. We'll usually have a lot of people come up to us and ask us, are you in a play? Are you Miss Bo Peep? Maybe are you playing as like Strawberry Shortcake or something like that? It all depends on what kind of outfit we're wearing at the time. And I love to tell people that it's just clothing. Just how they like to put on jeans and a sweatshirt or like rep their favorite team for sports or anything like that.
Lolita fashion for me in terms of an identity, I think comes across as a sort of creativeness, especially since it takes so much time and so much effort to put together a coordinate, to gather the pieces for it, and to style it in a way that you feel comfortable and good in. And it's really interesting to me that every single Lolita that I've met has that sort of creative energy within them. And it's kind of fun that we're at.
There's my little, art piece I was working on, little scrapbook project. I just save little tags and stickers and business cards and all sorts of things. And it's just like, I don't want to throw this away. Someone printed this and it's really cute and it's on my wall now. So, but I agree with what she says. I think it's really creative. Sometimes that's what people like most about the fashion, just putting all these elements together to create a cohesive coordinate. Some people just like making fictional coordinates online, which I'm gonna do in another video. You just look up pieces and you just put them all together and you go, whoa, this would be amazing if someone wore all of this at once. Like, this is perfect. But you get to do that in real life once you have your wardrobe built up a bit. So I like it as well.
Akiba Underground and at a craft meetup as well. Everyone has their own little things that they're working on, and as Lolitas, you get that nice creative energy flowing through you.
I just love the little... Oh wait, hold on. I had to get mine too. I've had this for so many years.
I'm a very gentle type of a male and predominate much more as female. And that's what a bigender person is. We exist with both, but with me it's predominantly more female oriented. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. My all-time favorite musician has always been and will always be David Bowie. Still, I would see this very unique person on stage, looking more female-like, but not even trying to be. But just the freedom of doing that and being a musician, basically, and having so many people love his music and see something very unique, no matter who you are.
I just have to say, Lisa's love for David Bowie, I think, is echoed in people's love for Mana-sama. When you look at Mana, he is male, but he dresses in like a lot of feminine Lolita, feminine styles. So like Lisa says, kind of this gender fluid thing that you can admire no matter who you are. And it's just like, I see that as like a Western echo of Mana, Malice Miser, what have you. So very interesting, I thought. I'm really glad that they included Lisa in this.
For me in particular, I felt, oh, that's great. He could express that part of himself. I should be able to do that too. And little by little I did. I would wear some things, not so dramatic like that. But eventually I did try to feel, well, I could play music, but I could also be a theatrical.
This is so sweet because Lisa's saying, little by little I expressed myself more, or like showed myself more as female, even as someone who identifies as female, and I know there's others who identify as female in the Lolita fashion community. We don't start out going OTT sweet, our craziest coordinate. We do it little by little. So we have that in common with Lisa. We start small, with how we're expressing ourselves until we just like bloom into something full and beyond where we started. And it's just a really interesting parallel. So I think everyone can relate to that in some way. You start in a small way and you kind of keep building towards what your idealized self is. Don't we all want that, you know?
Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. Lolita is not about costumes or anything like that. That's not the right way to say it. But it's just simply that for me, it was another expression of a part of me that's very real. And I think it was just a parallel that, well, David Bowie had this type of persona anyway, and he could express that. And through his music, of course, it became theatrical. I used to dance too. I mean, not too much lately, but I did.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the typical.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Lolita, I think, is a
Like
way
the,
to
like,
express oneself through this type of fashion in a unique way that's not part of the everyday. I think there's many people, and it doesn't matter what age you are, we're not very conventional and we want to express something unique. And I think that's what Lolita does for anyone who is a Lolita.
these are some really pretty outdoor shots. I love this little like belt area on this dress. That's cool. Well, guys, I really hope you like that. I followed this since they basically announced that they were going to be doing this documentary. And I feel like I had a little hand in it. You know, I wasn't doing the editing or anything, but I gave some suggestions, and you know, some of my community friends made it into this video, and I just think it's really cool. It's just a simple video kind of showing what Lolita fashion is, and in a way I'm glad they didn't get into like the drama stuff and the darker stuff that they originally had planned out. So I'm gonna stop because I think my recording is out of mana. Out of mana. Alright guys, bye, have a good one. Just remember, there's no such thing as perfect. Bye. If it ain't broke, don't fix